Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shenanigans. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Fantastic.
That's the answers I love to hear. Today we will have an umbrage, a pepperoncini, a shag, and a buckaroo to play with us. Oh no, shag 2 didn't move. It's fine. We'll just move him like that. So, I think these are all characters we've seen before, so why don't we just hop right into Shenanigans, turn on the classic Shenanigans theme song, and see what's going on. What are you guys doing in town today?
I've got that spell book from that adventurer, and now we're going through that. We're peering through as many things as we can learn.
Oh, yeah.
I got a letter from my Minotaur cousin who's just moved to Cronwick. Hope he has some good adventures sometime soon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, the bar's pretty empty today. There's like 2 people aside from the 4 of you. I'm trying to get Buck on here if I can find him. There's too many character sheets. We need to go through a culling of characters so I can get the character sheets down to reasonable numbers.
I never went down to the dead area.
You can get rid of Seraph if you want to move him down to the dead characters. I don't think he's ever coming back.
Seraph is dead.
Oh, I'm active.
Seraph.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So it's the 4 of you and 2 random patrons. The 2 random patrons are a young man and a middle-aged man. And they're both sitting over at the bar, whispering to each other in hushed tones. Now, the only thing I want to say before we really get into this is Shag.
Yeah.
Nicrofer.
He took a bit of a beating. I've been working on him all week.
You've been working on him.
Still working out some kinks.
Yeah, you feel like you have the right way to fix him, but you're missing a gimbal. You need a gimbal. Mm-hmm.
A fucking gimbal. God damn it.
Yeah.
Well, so at least it's not Jigga.
It's not a jiggo, or a gigolo, or a
Jiggo.
widget. Oh, or a jigger. It's none of these things. It's just a gimbal.
Just a gimbal.
I don't know how they have gimbals at this time and age, but they do. The gnomes have made them. And yours is damaged beyond repair.
Motherfucker. God damn it.
So what's happening in the bar?
I was hoping I could just make it, but
Yeah.
Well, I
How do you
mean,
get them? How do you get gimbals anyway?
I could talk with Cogran Chamberbench, see if he has one to spare. I could go back to Gnome.
oh no. If we're going anywhere, I got this treasure map. I'm interested in this as well.
Oh yeah, you got a treasure map last week.
Treasure map?
Yeah, I got a treasure map off that adventurer.
Beat the shit out of him until he gives me one.
Hey, can I look at that treasure map and see if I can decode it?
Yeah, I guess. I'll pull it out and I'll hand it over to him.
So what would I need to? Now I've got no idea about the local geography.
Hadn't you been working on that thing all week?
I mean, yeah, I'm most of the way through it, but I mean, if he wants to take a shot at it, I'm not a stingy person. He can take a shot.
Yeah.
I've been kind of working on the spell book too. You know, it's different things to do.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know the local area enough, so that I'm just looking at the map pointlessly because I've got no idea about the mainland Drekis geography. It's not Minotauria.
No, it's definitely not a Minotauria.
No, it has to be on here in the mainland, not my land.
All right, I'll just flip to the back of my book and write down where it's not, so we can, process of elimination. We know it's not there. That's good. That's one less place we need to look.
It's a good start. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Try looking in the library. They've got maps in the library.
I guess we could go over there and take a look. Would y'all be
Yeah.
interested in working out this treasure map?
Treasure map, yes. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Kobold? Maybe we can stop on by some gnomes on the way.
Sure. Yeah.
the
Let
gimbal?
me just see if Cogranch has one of them first. Make it nice.
Let's just head out of the tavern and look for the library and Cogranch.
Yep, it's fun.
Easy peasy. You stroll on out of the tavern. You head down the street. You find the library. and you look for a map within.
So I'll start peering through the books and trying to find what we're looking for. I'll avoid anything on Minatoria to speed up my search and keep going.
Well,
Where
the
should we...
adventures were here, so try looking at maps of all the villages in the area. See if it corresponds with your map. 'Cause there's
Okay.
a lot of villages around here.
Well, we know the adventurers came from foreign lands to this area, so I'm thinking it's probably somewhere around here. So I'll just start like around Berkshire and just spiral out until I find it, I guess.
Sure. I'm just trying to draw a
there's
street so we can add a library.
There's
Map.
20 villages around Berkshire, so it's not that many.
No, it's true.
But
Very
if it's
true.
around the capital, it's a lot more.
Oh yeah, I mean, but we'll just got to figure out where it is.
Yeah.
I guess in the meantime, does you want to run by Cog Hammer's place and see if he's got what you need?
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, I'll go Connar and Bench's place.
All right, yeah, head on over to the Tinker Shop, way on the north side of town over here. And inside is, of course, Connar and Chamberbench. He is sitting on a pile of cogs, hammering away at something on his bench. True to his name.
Perfect. Yo, Connar, I need a gimbal.
Gimbal?
Yes. I need one. One.
I thought you were calling me Gimbal.
No.
No.
Said
Okay,
I
you need a gimbal and not a thimble.
Yes, I said a gimbal. I did
Good.
not say thimble.
Well, sometimes words are nimble. Right. So, what sort of gimbal do you need?
A regular one.
Ooh, I think for that I do have a lead. My cousin in Nome, which is where I call my home, makes gimbals for sale. And no, before you ask, you cannot trade him ale. Just for sale.
Sure.
Mhm.
Sure.
Mhm.
Do I have to go to Nome to get it, or can I order it through you?
Oh yes, I have a brand new mechanical pigeon messaging system that will work, and I can get the message to him, but we'll have to send the money first. So give me maybe, I don't know, a pound of gold, and then we can send it on the mechanical pigeon, and if it gets to him, then he can send it right back on the mechanical pigeon.
If it gets to him.
This
So
seems a
you
little
want me
buggy.
to? So listen to what you're saying. You just want me to hand over one whole goddamn pound of gold
What's the cost of the gimbal?
on an? Oh, I'm sure on an if.
You didn't want to go to Nome. I gave you an alternative option. It might work. It'll
It
probably
might.
work. It'll probably work. I mean, it'll be a great test run.
Have you ever sent a pound of gold yourself?
No, this would be the maiden flight of my mechanical flying bird.
Why
But
don't you
I'm
test?
confident it's going to work.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you are.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we try a pound of something else first that isn't quite as valuable as gold? Just think of where all that gold would go if the bird didn't make it.
Well, if the bird doesn't make it, then the messaging system will be delayed even further. And if it does make it, it'll still probably take a little while because they'll have to fly there, and then he'll need to pump it full of fuel again. And then I'll need to fly back, and I don't know if he's got the fuel on hand. And I'll have to send him some money so that he'll have money for the fuel. It gets kind of complicated. So maybe we should take a boat.
Why don't you take a boat? I'll pay for your trip. Don't you want to go see home again?
His eyes alight for a moment, and then roll up into the corner as he gets lost in thought. And he comes back to maybe 45 seconds later, being like, "Yes, home. That's a good place for a gnome. I should take a trip."
Yep. Now, before you take a trip,
Yes,
we're going to write a contract here, all right?
yes.
And
Oh,
you
I
are
love
going-
contracts.
I know you do. Because you don't want to figure out if you break one with me. So I'll fund the traveling, so the actual traveling. Anything you do there is on you.
Mm-hmm.
Your boat ride
Mm-hmm.
there and back,
Uh-huh.
and then any money you take to get from here to a boat. And I'll give you the money for one regular gimbal with a blueprint.
Just one?
I only need one gimbal with a blueprint.
But what if he's got different gimbals, and then you could switch them out depending on your particular needs? He might have smaller gimbals and larger gimbals. He might have sparkly gimbals and duller gimbals. He might have all sorts of gimbals. You know, you might want 4 or 5, and then you can kind of pick and choose as you go along. I like to get multiple things for everything that I need, so that way if it breaks, I've got like multiple options, or for that way I just want to change it out like my chair. I have a different number of cogs that I put underneath it to boost me up. Some days I need to be taller, some days I need to be shorter, you know? If I only had one cog, you know, one size doesn't fit all.
Well, that's what the blueprint's for.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, that's what the blueprint's for.
Okay, all right.
I'm
all
pretty
right.
confident in my skills to be able to make one after a couple tries.
All right. Well, if the gimbal's gonna be £1 of gold, it's 50 golden coins.
All right,
That's
sure.
5,000
50 gold.
copper.
So 50 gold, and then what? 10 for traveling expenses. That's
Yeah,
more.
probably something like that.
All right, 60 gold, and then. And we'll get this contract written up real quick here.
Uh-huh.
All right. So we'll go and write the contract, which basically says he has 2.5 weeks to, because that's like enough for a there and back journey in like 2 days and
Oh, yeah.
right?
Totally.
2.5 weeks. All right.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
exactly 2.5 weeks from this time to be back in his shop with the gimbal and blueprint, and I'll like specify the exact dimensions that I need.
Mm-hmm.
For the actual gimbal itself, and specify no special features. Stock gimbal.
Do you know have stock?
We're gonna work with what we can get here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll include a little clause in there that says, upon failure to successfully deliver parts and blueprint within 1 week of deadline, forfeits all of his belongings.
Wow.
All right.
Forfeits his life. 1 month. Or 2 weeks forfeits his rights. 4 weeks forfeits his life.
I don't think that's legally enforceable.
It's in the contract, man.
It's in the contract.
Does
Everything in the contracts are law.
Law of the land?
And then I'll be like, yeah, that should hold up to some gnome lawyers.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I'm a clerk of a state here. That seems a little...
Oh, don't worry. You'll deliver it. It'll never come to that. Right, Cog Ranch?
I'm not even there, so...
I was gonna say I'm not even there. So.
You'll deliver, right?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Within
Have I
the
ever let you down?
Within the confines of this contract.
Sure, sure. He barely looks at the contract.
Sign it first.
He like takes a pen and like quickly scrawls on it, agreeing to whatever you've written without truly reading it.
Perfect. Now, do you understand what's going to happen if you don't deliver?
Well, it doesn't matter. I'll deliver. It'll be fine.
Okay, you understand.
Uh-huh, I get it.
And I'll hand over 60 gold and say, you better get running. I'm sure your family would love to see you.
I will head back right away. And he goes. Well, it'll take him a day to pack up his shop. But then once he's done, he will head out. And yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Cockroach was Burning Man.
Cockroach is what?
Going to Burning Man.
A gnome is Burning Man?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
I mean, they wait for 2 weeks.
Could you imagine the gnomes doing a Burning Man? I don't even know.
I don't think it would work.
I don't even
They
know,
would
man.
never get out of their house. The gnomes are too disorganized to form like a mass gathering of people to do something
I
productive
think
in a
they
short
could.
amount of time.
It's just they'd all kill themselves in the process.
Yeah, and they take forever to do anything. So you guys can head right back to Shenanigans then.
Well,
Now
the rest
that
of us
you-
are in the library. You're looking at the
Yeah.
map.
Oh yeah, you guys are in the library. That's right.
Yeah.
So the rest of you are in the
What's
library.
happening in researching?
Right.
Yeah.
Both stuff
Looking at
in
the town.
our
We're looking at
library.
the 20 local village maps and the local map around Berkshire to see if they match the treasure map at all.
I think you had me do a roll to see how long it would take me to decode the map last time.
I
and I rolled like a
did.
30 something.
Yeah. So we'll just say this is part of your investigation that you're doing to sort
Okay.
that out. We've got our library music going now.
Perfect.
And you pull out all the maps, and none of them match. We'll take that 30-something that you rolled last time, and you can't find a single thing that matches anywhere. Not in Drekis, not in Mystria, not in Eridon, not in Matava, not in Kuba. Not
My
a
hand
single
slowly
map
goes to my
matches.
head as I realize that I've still got some of those magic beans, and maybe this is up at the top of the beanstalk. I don't know, guys. Maybe it's at the top of the beanstalk.
No, remember the giant was up top beanstalk.
Yeah, but I point at the map. I go, "This isn't anywhere. It's not here. It's not on this continent."
Still there?
No, it's
No.
gone.
No,
It fell
no, we burned
over,
it down.
and it's gone.
We would have to redo a beanstalk somewhere.
So while you're chatting about this stuff, the librarian comes on over and says in hushed tones, "Excuse me, what are you looking for?"
And I'll just kind of tap on the map. Just this is somewhere, I think. I'm not sure.
It's a treasure map.
Shh.
It's a treasure map.
I see.
Oh, where is it? I mean, it's nowhere on this continent. I don't know where it could possibly be.
Well, treasure maps usually have missing information.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, but I just don't know. I mean, how? Unfortunately, an adventurer fell to their death during the Beanstalk event recently, and they had this on them, so there's no way to investigate much further, I'm afraid. I don't know how else to find it.
Well, you should find a smart person and take it to them.
We've had many smart people look at it, and I'm still working it out.
I see.
Buck, are you smart?
Yeah. Super smart.
What's the map
The
name?
book says dressed up as a ninja, just kind of like standing as bodyguard.
Yeah. Look over at him, said very few words other than treasure map, and been just hanging out with us. So, I mean,
Fuck is it?
Can I take a look at the treasure map?
Totally.
yeah.
Okay. Is there any?
There's like a town marked on it, but the town doesn't have a name. There's like a river nearby and a rock and a tree, and there's some markings between them. I think you've deciphered the distances. You figured out how far you got to go from the town to the river to the tree to the rock, or whatever the order is. But you don't know what town to start at. And there's no text around the town whatsoever. You have no idea what town this is, and none of the other maps will mark anything remotely related to any of these features. They're probably like small features that wouldn't be marked on a world map or on a large scale map.
Yeah.
If only you
okay.
knew what town it was and what direction the creek was in, you could make it.
So is it a creek or is it a river that's on it? If I've deciphered the distances, does it look like I can tell if it's like a big river or a small river or anything?
No, the scale of the river is not given, but it is referred to as a creek. Maybe the creek is a generous word, maybe it's like a tiny stream, or maybe it's a word to throw you off and it's actually a large river. You're not sure. But there is no river on any big map that matches the one on this map.
What do you
Okay.
mean matches? Like
You on this map you've got the town, and then you've got a river nearby, or the creek nearby, and the creek has like a line, it's a wavy line to show the path of the creek, and none of the other rivers on the world maps match this path. It could just be like the difference in drawings. It's not like we're using Google Earth here. It's every artist has their own interpretation of the world, and none of these things look quite right.
Could this be a village?
what if we were to reorient the map? Like, hey,
and-
maybe they aren't drawn north up.
Ah,
Who is the person that you got this off of?
They were It was a group of it was a group of adventurers who were looking for the beanstalk. I guess a few weeks ago. They unfortunately didn't make it to the top, obviously, as the cloud giant fell at the end of the day. But they seemed to fall before him. It's almost as if they ran into some difficulties climbing. Unfortunate.
I'm sure some people knew them.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to be very willing to help us. They're still very shaken after their climbing experience.
Also, they probably wouldn't know anything about the map.
Well, if we know what town that he's from, then that kind of narrows it down, right?
We don't. Didn't talk to them.
They weren't very. What's the word? They don't listen very well.
You don't know his name or what he looked like.
It looked like a wizard falling from the sky. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, get creative, guys. How might you be able to find out more information about this? How might a wizard hide information on a map too?
Could it be a dried river? Could it be a dried river? Do we have any historic maps showing older rivers that could have been in the area?
I'll turn to the librarian and I'll ask her. Do you know if there are any cartographers in town we could speak with?
There's one, Cartman.
Cartman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, hopefully he's not eating cheesy poofs. Let's go give him a visit.
Okay.
Yes, let's visit Cartman.
Know where Cartman is?
Shh. Quiet in the library. Yeah, he lives on the north side of town next to the church.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry for the disturbance.
Shh.
I pack up my things and give her a little wave and head out the door.
All right.
Oh, I
You
assume
guys-
it's a her. Is it?
Yeah, it's a her.
guy? It's a her. Yeah.
There have been many librarians that have come through this town. Right now, the one before you is a female.
Ah, okay. Good. And give her a wave and head out to Cartman's. Time
Okay,
to go see what's up.
Cartman's is over here near the temple on the north side of town.
Okay.
And you do come over to Cartman's cartography. There's a little sign out front, a little pen and a doodle and a squibble and some mountains drawn.
Awesome. So we head on in.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of knock on the door as I open it up. One of those like, hey, I'm coming in. Good to see you.
Sure. There's a short, thin man hunched over a desk, scrawling, looks up at you with wide eyes, ink all over his hands, and blinks a few times. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
My name is Pepperonicini, and I had a map that I was hoping you could decipher for me, or at least help me figure it out.
Oh, ooh, that's my favorite part of my job.
Well, good. And I'll kind of roll it out. I'll find an area that's not inked up so I don't get all this ink all over it, and I'll lay it out for him so he can see it.
Okay. Not quite fit well. All right, so you lay out the map on the table. But what is it? Connar the Cobbler Cobb's Cobbler Shop, owned by Dan. Don't you know?
This was months.
They're for ages, man.
I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, it's an important part of our world.
Sure it is.
All right, so he lays out the map. Shag mentions that he's been thinking about like trying to rotate it, see if the northern access is not, what's actually at the top of the page. Cartographer nods ahead, going, "Yes, that's a common way to hide things. Yes." And he starts looking around at it, comparing it to various other maps of his. And then at the end of it, he scratches his head and goes, this town here isn't a major town or a major city. It might be a small village, but I don't have any maps that show the locations of all the villages in all of Arcadia.
Fair.
Do you have... There might be... It might be a lost cause. Maybe the location of this town or village or whatever is in the original owner's notes. Maybe it's hidden on this page somehow that we can't detect. Or maybe they just tried to remember it.
I heard a legend of the magic map of Oscar Isle. That seems too hard to get.
I wonder, looking at the map, and I start thinking about the beans in the back pocket. We never made it up there last time. Maybe we could take a trip somewhere outside of town, pretty far away, and grow one of these beans.
I don't feel like climbing that much.
Not feeling like climbing after what happened to the last group?
No, I just don't feel like climbing.
Oh, okay, understand.
How about swimming? Says the cartographer.
I never feel like swimming.
Do you know what sort of biome this might be in? Like
It looks like a wooded area.
perhaps
heavily-
a region, right? So what?
Heavily wooded area.
Could it be
Yes.
Barcadia?
Is there anything on the back side?
Nope.
Nope.
Empty on the back.
Is there anything I haven't deciphered about it yet? Is there anything?
No, you've got the distance from the town to the creek to the rock to the tree.
Right, but is there anything on it that I haven't finished? Like something that I know says something else, like I'm working on it. It's
Nope.
obviously
Nope, it just
Nothing?
has a few small distances, but no starting place. Or, an unclear starting place.
Can I cast detect magic on it and see if there's anything written like with runes or anything, like any magic text that needs to be seen?
Yes.
That way not a novice could get to it. It would take someone at least as with a wizard to figure it out.
I can do
Yeah.
Echoes of Magic. I won't take a spell slot.
It's fine. I got it. I got the mana.
How does speak with dead work?
Read the spell description.
Could we
That's-
pay a cleric?
I don't have Speak with Dead.
Right.
I got Turn Undead. That's it.
We honestly have like nothing to go on.
No,
Yeah,
none
I mean,
of my, none of my stuff is relevant to just shepherding a map. Now, if I was a different sort of cleric, maybe, but no, because
yeah, it's just on a piece of paper. If it was a book or like anything else, I could do other stuff. But I mean, I've got paper making, but I don't think that's going to help me.
because the Berg River has a lot of creeks running into it, so it could be any number of the 20 villages around this area, if it's even in this area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cartman, do you have like a detailed map of the creeks in the area?
You're asking Cartman if he's got a detailed map of the creeks?
Yeah.
He shakes his head. No, I work on larger scale mapping.
Do you know anyone who might know that? Maybe a ranger?
Perhaps one of the rangers in town? Yes. You said you were going to cast Detect Magic, Will?
Yeah.
You do notice that this sheet emanates a light aura of magic, a dim aura of magic, in fact.
Get a
Okay.
or a school.
Yeah. Do I get school?
Are you third level yet?
Oh no, I'm not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled a 30 on the chance that you needed to get a school.
Damn.
That's cool.
Cruel.
That's
I
cool.
know.
Only that
Yeah,
didn't
that's
need
cool.
No, I can't detect some magic with mine. so-
However, I do have other memes we can do now that I know it is magic. So I want to stare at it for 10 more minutes, and then I have I think, let me pull up my notes so I got this right. Say this right the first time. Where's it at? I don't need the magic item tables. Those are just for funsies. It is new. School. Fitter. Oh, no, I don't. Where's it at? Damn. Skills and powers, maybe? Where's it hiding? No, it's in the magic. Oh, that's the appendix. That's why. I think it's like 20% chance to. God damn it. See what it does or to detect. I am struggling today, boys. I'm struggling.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Artificer. Don't do his artificer thing.
Artificer, I found it. Good God, I clicked on every wrong tab.
What does
I
it do?
Whew, I have a 20% chance at first level, so 25% chance at second level to find the general purpose and function of any magical item. And then.
Well, this is not a magic item necessarily.
It's not,
But it
is a
might
magic
be a
tool.
magic item. It might be like a magic paper that does something. So we'll find out. But it's also possible that it's not a magic item. It could just be a map that has a spell cast on it, which is not the same as a magic item.
Correct.
And you get nothing. It's probably not a magic item. It's probably just a slightly enchanted piece of paper. Vellum,
Well,
really.
Well, guys, it's definitely enchanted with some magic. I'm sure it's holding the secrets within. Maybe we could. Do any of y'all have any spells that could perhaps help with this? None of mine seem to help me with this.
Anyone got to read magic or dispel magic or anything in that ballpark?
I cast Bless on a pepperoncini.
Because we don't have rituals, so we'd have to prepare it and do it tomorrow. But I could do it tomorrow. I could read magic. I could read magic.
Read magic, but isn't there has to be magical writing to read magic?
You can still try it.
So that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
Could I do
okay.
arcanology?
Map. I'll use command on the map. Map, reveal your secrets. Command, reveal. Does it make a saving throw?
Yeah, but it passes.
Oh,
It's fine.
sorry. Astaire is no good in this situation.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we've got an idea for tomorrow, if you need to spend a day to do that, we can do that. That's fine with me.
Let's just do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it tomorrow.
We're just milling about the day. I'm gonna like hold the map up to the light, like sunlight or something. Try and like see if there's anything like through it, like how you like look at like $5 bills or something. You can see like the fucking inlaid shit. And see if there's anything like that.
As you're like holding it up to a bright light, like the sun, looking through it.
Yep.
It's a good solution. Good way to hide things. Why don't you give me a perception check?
Sure. Nope.
No, there's nothing in there.
No. Okay, I'll try pouring lemon juice on it, see if there's any invisible ink.
Whoa! No! You do not pour lemon
Lots
juice
of
on
lemon
my
juice
map.
on it, all over it, and we'll see if there's any invisible ink.
No, it does. He pulls out the lemon juice. If I gotta like tackle him or anything, like
Okay, I'll stop. It's your map. It's your map.
You're a cleric, right?
yeah, get that.
Yes,
to the
I'm a
wizards.
cleric. What?
Leave this to the wizards.
Yeah, this is obviously some magic cast by a wizard. I don't know.
This is Wizard Town, cleric.
This is thought out spell. This isn't something just given.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I have an ability called Holy Might. If you wear this amulet of my god Astaire, I can give you might and make you stronger.
Like he might survive a minute in combat.
But you have to believe in Astaire
Oh, I do.
for an order.
Okay.
I give him one of my wooden deputy badges
Yeah.
that have the star of Astaire on it.
Yeah, I'll take it. So we'll wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, I say we wait till tomorrow.
All right.
I'm rolling to get
You
my mana
wait
back.
till the next day. We can just hang out in Shenanigans in the meantime. Nothing going on in there. The next day, the population of Shenanigans goes way up through the roof. Maybe it was just Sunday and everyone was having a day off, but come Monday morning, Shenanigans is jam-packed.
Well, can we get a table? We got one.
Do this
We're good?
upstairs. Let's do this
Yeah.
upstairs.
Okay.
Upstairs.
You're doing it upstairs in someone's room?
Okay,
Okay.
Pepperonis.
that's fine.
Have you got a halfling size room or the full size room? Because I
Yeah,
can't
it's
fit.
probably a halfling size room, to be quite honest. I don't know
I'm
why.
size large, so I'm in the corridor.
Yeah, we'll go
Okay.
up. We can go to my room. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Do your thing.
Yeah, I cast read magic on it.
You cast read magic on it and cannot read anything.
Okay. Didn't
But
work.
nice try. Nice try.
Can I use my arcanology to try to figure out what the spell is? Is there any way to do that?
What does arcanology say about detecting spells?
I'm not quite sure. I don't want to detect it though. I just want to try to figure it out, right? Like, I
Yeah,
want to
double
try to
check that arcanology skill because I don't think that's what it's used for, but it might be.
I've still got it
Yeah.
on my sheet. Never used it.
Yeah, let's double check it.
All right, we're good. We're good.
What if it is a map of not of a literal place, but of a place in concept?
Like it's in your mind.
Yes.
Maybe. Hey, just a sec. I'll be right back.
Alright.
I thought of something. I'm gonna go get some wine. Can go drop a hundo on a pearl.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm flexing the identify.
Yep,
Ooh,
and then I'll just
Mm.
cast identify on this.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, seriously. All right, get the fuck out of here, Pepperoni. This is my room now. If this
Don't you have
works,
a room?
No, it's not how this is going down, Mr. Kobold. It's not how this is flying. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll walk him out of my room.
But no. You don't understand, Pepperoni.
No, I don't think you understand. This is my room. I pay for it. I'm just gonna go down to Desmond and be like, hey, I need another room, and these people aren't paying for their room up there, and I'm just gonna walk out. That's what's gonna happen. So, y'all can get out of my room.
I just look at Shag, shake my head.
whatever. Fine, I'll go to my room.
Yeah.
Grub will start struggling
It's
to move.
like
shit
4
around.
feet away.
Start setting up the ritual. Pepperoni kicks us out of his room.
You're not kicking me out of my own room. That's not happening. For multiple reasons, but
Alright. During the day, I slowly write a letter to my cousin, very slowly, because I'm not very good at writing.
Writing.
Yeah. Then I pay messenger to send the letter off
All right.
to Cronwick.
Excellent.
can I get any new spells out of the spell book?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But I don't know how much time you want to spend on that, considering that this is your character's last day, and that's probably like a 30-minute task to go through all that stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
We can totally do it, but it might not be a good use of time.
I'll believe that's not a good use of time then. If that's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Try and do this treasure map.
Yes. So, treasure map instead. You've cast read magic on it. Didn't find anything. You've looked at it against a bright light. Didn't do anything. You were gonna throw lemon juice all over it, which I don't think reveals anything. I think it might just obscure anything else that was already hidden
I'll
with
stop.
lemon juice.
Yeah, I stopped.
Yeah. What is the next objective here? Connor, you said you were getting a pearl?
We'll just say I already got it.
Okay.
Setting a fucking ritual, going about all this work to cast identify.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hate
All
this.
right. You're gonna need the parchment to cast identify and 8 hours of uninterrupted prepping the spell.
Yep.
I'm
I lock that
outside
door.
his door,
Right.
so no one will go in.
Okay. And you've given him the paper wheel?
Yeah, I gave him the paper, and I'm just in my room studying my book while he's doing this. I assume he needs a space.
Alrighty. What level is your wizard, Shag?
4.
Oh, excellent. Where's my list of thingies? Yes. You cast Identify on this, and you learn that this is an ordinary piece of paper that has something on it and then has had a spell cast over it. A spell called Secret Page that obfuscates the contents of one page to make it look like another thing altogether. It's possible that this isn't even a treasure map at all. This could be anything that's been disguised as a treasure map, or maybe some part of the treasure map has been changed or whatever. But the things you're looking at aren't even the real writings necessarily. And I think you're a high enough level. Well, you're only 4th level. You don't. This is a 3rd level spell. You need to be 5th level to cast it. But there are wizards around that you could go talk to that could help you uncover the secrets of the Secret Page spell. If
Perfect.
that makes sense.
Good do.
Okay. Sometimes it do be like that.
8 hours later, it's nighttime.
Yeah, like 8 hours later, it's evening. Well, if you start in the morning, it's mid-afternoon.
So I'm waiting outside for Shag to tell us what's happened.
Finish it all and I'm like, fuck!
Upon hearing him yell that, I'll start walking over. He knows something.
Wait for him to come out. He said no one to go in.
All right, he's done now. I promise.
No. He's
All right.
strong. We
And
won't take-
I'll sit there and wait for him to open the door.
And then I'll go to sleep.
We'll stay in for like 10 minutes, then just leave.
All
Go to
right.
my room, go to bed.
Everyone just goes to bed in the middle of the day. All right. We move on to
It's
Tuesday.
night, right? It's 8 hours later.
No, 8 hours later is like midday, or not midday, but middle of the afternoon, like 4 o'clock or something.
Oh, no,
Start
then
at
I go
8.
back to my book.
Yeah.
I thought it was evening. No, I'll just go back to my book then.
It's like 4 p.m. Okay. So what do you guys want to do? It's 4 p.m. You know that it's got a secret page spell all over
We
it.
don't know. Only Shake knows, and he didn't tell us.
No.
Check.
I went right to bed.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's dead. I'm reading
All
my
right.
book the rest of the day.
Really tuckers you out, you know?
Yeah, it's Tuesday now. Everyone's recovered.
what did
Shenanigans.
you find out yesterday?
Got
about
a secret
half full.
page spell on it.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a little
that's
bit
good.
beyond my power.
well, we
Can
I
you
feel like it's
dispel it?
close.
Can you
But
dispel it? Make it go away?
I don't have that.
Okay.
maybe we'll go by the wizarding school. Go see if there's a wizard who can help us out with this.
Are you allowed there, Buck, anymore?
He's allowed.
Quit. It didn't exile me. Let's go.
Alright.
Squad.
Okay.
Take us.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Come on, let's go.
All right. Head over to Woghorns.
All right, you guys head over to Woghorts,
Do I know what
and
skill magic secret page is? Illusion?
secret page is alteration.
Alteration?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
All right, where is our Wizard Tower music? We have Wizard Tower music. I'll find it. So you arrive at Woghorts, School of Witchcraft. No wizardry though, just witchcraft.
Just witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, they're not good enough for wizardry.
No.
You know, it takes a real special person to be a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
What about sorcery?
No.
Oh, all right, Buck. Where's your teacher? Where's your alteration teacher?
He's this way. I start
What?
walking in the direction.
What's the name of your alteration teacher?
Professor
Alton.
Hamed.
Hamid.
Yeah.
All right, you find Professor Hamid.
Yeah.
Just queue up our tracks. There we go.
Well, I did quit school. And
Yeah, we know you said
I'm gonna pull off my mask. Kind of like, I don't know. I step into Hamid's office.
Well, look who comes crawling back, looking for a way back into class.
he's not crawling back, we're dragging him along.
Yeah,
Buck
he's
Portstein and company.
I don't even wanna be here. They
he's
made
more of a porter in this instance. If you'll just direct your attention down to the kobold, I believe he can fill you in on some of our details here.
Yeah, fill him in.
Like, look up at Buck.
Oh, look down and check.
Yes.
I just find it because it's weird. I'm just shaking my head.
Yeah, I'll shake my head and. Boy, are you itching for a fight? Holy shit! Sorry,
I just put on my mask again.
that's what I thought. You fucking hide your face.
Wow.
Wow.
He does come fit.
Turn to the Professor Hamid and like, all right. So I got a problem here. I found this neato little page, and it's got this secret page spell cast on it. Unfortunately, it's a little bit outside my powers to deal with, and I was wondering if you could help me out here.
Certainly, that's what an educated wizard's all about. Wizard who
I thought this was
studies
witchcraft.
and wizardry. The sign just broke,
Oh,
and we're not an engineering school, so we can't repair it. Actually,
oh yeah, Cockroach is out of town.
That's
Yeah.
not that hard to fix.
I'm sorry, we don't deal with nails and hammers and such primitive tools. We can't repair the sign. It's just broken.
It's part of the reason I left.
So what you're telling me is your magic is pretty trash too, and you can't fix it with magic.
Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
isn't there a
sorry. I thought you
spell-
needed a favor from me.
Can't stand a little banter.
All right. So you have a spell, a piece of paper that has a that you need a dispel magic spell cast for.
Yes.
Well, according to the definitely outdated and broken second edition Dungeon Master Guide, an NPC spell cost is 100 GP per level of the caster for a dispel magic spell. This chart needs to be reworked. Sounds like a lot of fun to rework, which we'll do another time and not right now. Because the whole economy of 2E needs to be rebuilt. And we've mostly rebuilt it. So, what if we say it's gonna be... Dispel Magic is a 3rd level spell, so 100 GP for a Dispel Magic spell sounds about right. But then it is more powerful the higher level caster, but I don't think it should be 100 GP per level. Let's call it 100 GP plus 10% per level, which is plus 10 per level. So this guy is a 6th level wizard. Then it's 160 gold pieces, which is 16,000 copper.
160
dispel
gold.
magic.
Got it.
Do you actually have the money?
I look at Peppercini.
How much you got, Pepperoni?
On me right now, I've got a little bit of gold, but maybe I could trade you a favor. I'll go outside and fix your sign if you'll do it for free.
I don't think that. No.
See? See, interested in that trade? I'll fix their sign. Neal?
He blinks at you a few times. Like,
I can do it.
Seriously?
Yeah,
You want to
it'll be-
trade a dispel magic spell for
I'm
fixing
trading
the
a spell
sign?
for a spell, and it will be look as good as new.
A handyman could fix that sign.
Well, a handyman has not fixed your sign though, so thus you have a broken sign.
Oh, can't be bothered with these peasantry things. Fine, fine. A deal's a deal. Fix the
All
sign
right.
first, and then I'll dispel it.
All right, Umbridge, I need your help, buddy. I'll have him go hold up the sign, and I'll cast Mending on the sign.
All right, I'll hold it up.
It says in the spell that I can repair wooden stuff. Wooden objects with multiple breaks can be invisibly rejoined and as strong as new.
Did
So,
they throw out those parts though, or are they still there?
yeah, do they still have the parts sitting out there for the sign?
Yeah, you go and investigate the sign, and clearly, like the wizardry section has like fallen off, and somebody just like hauled it into a supply closet, and the old bolts that it was hanging on are still out there. You're looking at this, and you're like, shit, this. It's just like, you know, a bolt fell or like broke out of the stone, and now there's only one bolt to hang the sign on, so it can't hang straight. You just need to like patch that up with some mortar, put a new screw or something in there, or a new bolt in there. It's not even a magical solution. It's just like a little bit of mortar.
Oh man.
That's a really plebeian problem.
Oh, for sure. Then we'll fix a plebeian problem the pleb way. If it's not doesn't need magic, I don't want to waste a spell.
Yeah, Buckle used a strength spell. Get up there.
All right. I'll let him have a go first before I do it.
Yeah. Can I try to fix the sign?
Sure. Sure.
one.
I'm gonna need you to go buy me some mortar and, you know, and some
that's
tools and a ladder and go fix this shit.
I don't need a ladder. I can climb.
So I'll go purchase some tools and
Yeah.
Or just borrow Cockranch's stuff.
Throw out like
some mortar.
like 3 silver
Yeah.
worth of supplies.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
30 copper, you mean?
Sounds good. I'll throw out those supplies.
Fuck up.
And I think, so when I'm interacting with these people and getting these materials, do you think I could deduce, like, if, like, somebody's, like, a friendly person and I'd be like, hey, I'm trying to fix a sign, could you maybe, like, show me how to do it? And
Give me a charisma check.
Sure.
Let's see if you can't.
Okay.
What is it? Huckleberry Finn? This?
Sawyer.
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer, sorry.
Tom Sawyer. Thank you.
14.
I can never remember which one of them did the fence. 14, no. They're like, well, you slap the mortar on like that, and then you put the thing in, and then you clear the mortar around it, and then you let it harden overnight, and then you hang the sign.
Okay, so slap it on.
Slap it on, stick it in, round it out, let it dry.
Okay, let it dry, and then
Let it dry.
And then the next day.
The next day, it should be good.
Cool. Okay. We're good to go.
Huh?
All right.
And
Yeah, we can kind of hand wave the rest of this. I don't think we need to make any skill checks. You've found a way to repair the sign, and the sign can get repaired. Why don't we take our first break here? When we come back, the sign will be fixed. You guys can get that Dispel Magic spell cast on this, and you can go on your quest to figure out what is at the end of this treasure map, if it's even a treasure map. See you guys on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.
Perfect.
I